Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm really doing a sneaker video. This is as you see over here to the side, I could actually move the mouse and give you all the information that you want on the shoe. It's the Nike Air Max Flyknit Racer. But the reason I'm doing the video this way is because I'm going to do one part showing you the shoe, and it's going to be hard because I'm going to be holding this up. The second part of the video, I'm going to be talking about StockX and the fact that if Nike holds true, which the Flyknit Crater and a few other models ship in boxes that look like this, right? But Nike hasn't really held true to the process of what they're saying they're doing. But in the past, when they began using these type of boxes, they did not have this information on the inside of the box. So StockX is a platform that requires the box to be in, basically perfect shape. They give you these details on how the box should look if it can pass, and as I'm showing you these. But in a lot of instances, we know that when a box ship, it does get kind of destroyed because you can see UPS guys just kind of slinging the box onto the ground or throwing the box inside, and we know that StockX uses UPS, and they use FedEx to return the product. So they probably have a good deal on both sides, but that's neither here nor there. But this is the Air Max Flyknit Racer, and it may be a game changer in this regard. This box, unlike those past move to zero boxes from Nike, unlike those past boxes, on the inside of this one are these words. So I'm hoping that you can see that, but what you see is we're working to ditch the double box and ship shoes in a single shoe box made with at least 90% recycled content. Now, this box does not look anything like what we're used to seeing. As a matter of fact, it does have the details that we're used to on the bottom of the box. It's on the inside of the box. Everything is there, the trademark information. As a matter of fact, if you look right here on the flap, and I still got the shoes in my hand, you look at the flap, you can see the QC sticker and a QC stamp. So it's got all of the details of Nike's traditional boxes, but you can see very clearly that you can return this box. Once you open it, you can use this box to actually send it back if you have to return the shoe. But more important, if they're going to ship the box in a single box, this is very similar to a company called COMUNITYmade, which is one of my favorite companies. Now, real quick, let me give you the QC sticker. QC sticker reads QC Pass B-21. The QC stamp is a little bit blurred, but I can make out parts of it. In particular, 6/22/2024. But that's going to be hard to figure out. When I come back to the box, I'll come to the shoe and I'll look on the inside of it. I'm going to drop this down in front of me so I can actually hold this up and you guys can see it in relation to the pictures that are over here on the side. Let's go through and slide this. So there is I'm pretty sure that is the medial side. It's so hard with this shoe. The Flyknit Racer has always been one of my favorite shoes. It did not have this kind of synthetic leather strip up the front or the synthetic leather on the back. This is the outsole from the Air Max Pre-Day. The Air Max Pre-Day has this outsole, and there's a couple of other shoes that have this outsole, midsole combination with the Max Air Bubble. But the Flyknit Racer was this shoe was kind of bananas like 6 years ago. It was just this amazing kind of shoe that took off in resale and all of these other things. And then eventually it landed in the clearance store. It did not have padding in the tongue like this version of the shoe, right? So I gave you those details from inside of the box. I'm going to give you the tag right here. On the front, Nike Flyknit, pretty cool little touch. The small code is VT. That's made in Vietnam. Dates of production 12/03/21 to 03/21/22. I won't even try to juxtapose that with what I read on the inside on the QC stamp because it was so blurred. But it's like a throwback to the Flyknit Racer that everybody had a pair of Flyknit Racers. But at the time, I think they cost $150. They were $150. So this has been bumped up to $160, even with the additional Air Max unit. It simply had what was the foam called on the Flyknit Lunar line? I think the foam was Lunar Line on the Flyknit Racer when it originally dropped. I'll drop a picture in here of the old Flyknit Racer so you can see what it looks like in relation to this one. Now, that, like I said, that old Flyknit Racer hit resale, and it was bananas the way it hit resale, and shot up like a rocket on particular colorways like the Oreo and things like that. But once again, it did not have all of these same details, and this shoe has about 20% recycled content, right? But where I was going when I first started, and I was talking about StockX, StockX is a company that has placed itself in kind of a difficult position of requiring the boxes to be in perfect shape, while GOAT does not require the box to be in perfect shape. And you can sell it and you can list what the qualities of the box are. So you have some kind of individual listing that you do with GOAT that you don't have with StockX. And I think for StockX, it's going to come back to haunt them, particularly because if this box is shipped, you guys know, just like I know, this thing is going to get torn up in the shipping process, which means that when you pack it, even if you decide to double box it and send it to StockX, it's going to be damaged. More than likely, it's going to be damaged. Now, it's an extremely sturdy box. Nike did a great job. And I actually appreciate the fact that they're going to cut back on double boxing because, man, if you run a store of any kind and you have to ship, the boxes become so overwhelming. Just so overwhelming. So many different boxes, man, and it's a lot of waste. And I know that at least with cardboard, it can be cut up and recycled and turned into repurposed boxes, as this box is recycled itself. But the idea that you're going to be getting a box, and this is the interesting thing. I'm going to drop this down so you won't be able to see the shoe for a second. Inside of the box, on this label, Nike is saying in so many words that even the Jordan brand boxes are going to be this way, where they're this recycled box or just this standalone box, that you're not going to get this double boxing that's happening. And I'm telling you, if this happens, resale will be a lot more interesting than it is, specifically for StockX. Now, if you're on eBay, doesn't matter. You can show the picture of the box and the damage that's done to it. GOAT, you don't have to worry about it. Flight Club, you don't have to worry about it. Stadium Goods, you don't have to worry about it. All these different places. This is really only going to affect one platform, and that is StockX. So I wanted to make sure I got this video in. Let me show you guys a close-up and talk about it a little bit differently. So instead of just talking about, you know, the shoe and giving you the details and the close-ups and stuff like that so you can see it. It's a size 14. It's huge. So I know you guys are like, man, that thing is big. Well, it's big. Yeah. All right. But it's a really, the lightweight idea of the Flyknit Racer was in the fact that it was just, you know, Flyknit, and then it was really lightweight Lunar Line. This thing is not lightweight. It's a bit heavier, obviously, because of the Max Air and the really thick kind of foam here on the shoe. But it hasn't exploded in resale. You don't have to worry about paying some ridiculous price for it. You know, as a matter of fact, you can actually get it under retail on some websites right now, even though the shoe just kind of dropped. I think it was supposed to drop earlier this year, but as with the supply chain problems and stuff like that, you know, it is what it is. But this is the Flyknit Racer, and show you the medial side and lateral. Give you that heel, but it doesn't ship with any paper in the box. Give you the toe down kind of look, and give you that outsole. And it comes pretty much like this. And that Flyknit, you can see underneath the synthetic leather, the backing on the synthetic leather is the Flyknit. So they kind of elevated it a touch. The counter is just foam. It's just foam and the synthetic material around the back. There's no like really hard counter on the inside of it. The Flyknit Racer, the original one, did not have any counter, any, you know, you did have a little bit of structure here with the Flyknit around the toe, but it was just a little floppy kind of shoe. I still have 2 pair of the Flyknit Racers, man, and I still running them, even though I've, you know, had them for a long time, man. It's a great shoe. This is not I don't like this outsole for even trying to work out or run, but you could. Obviously, you could. But it is definitely simply a lifestyle version of the shoe, while the original Flyknit Racer was actually performance. But that's it. It's a long video. I know you guys didn't want to stay this long and go through all of that. I just thought it was interesting that the box, for the first time, this box on the inside of it tells you straight up, we're trying to move away from double boxing. And if that's the case, StockX better make some changes. But who cares? You know, I did this whole video and then I said, who cares? Duh. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. I'm going to wrap it up. Peace.